All right, guys, so today y'all are going to be taking notes on light years. So make sure that you do fill in your guided notes. These are going to be a little different because towards the end, I'm actually going to send you to some YouTube videos where you will finish filling in your notes. Okay, so this will be a grade, so Miss Moore does need to sign it, and I will grade it when y'all and pass them back to you. So I want you to look at this picture. If we wanted to measure the distance from Earth to our sun, it is 93 million miles. And if you wanted to measure the distance from Earth to Alpha Centauri, well, you can see how big that number is. So currently, a mile in kilometers are the largest unit that we have for distance. Well, scientists are actually very lazy and they didn't want to deal with these large numbers, so they actually created a light year. So before we go into what a light year is, let's kind of go back over units. It's important that you use the appropriate unit of measurement for the appropriate distance. Like you wouldn't want to measure a mountain with a centimeter or an ant with a mile. So on your notes, you're going to notice a bunch of different items. You're going to tell me what unit you would use, like atomical mass unit, millimeters, centimeter, meters, kilometers, light years, and then you're going to order them from smallest to largest. So here you have an electron, a great red spot, a number 2 pencil, a school flagpole, a nebula, the largest moon on Jupiter, the Empire State Building, a grain of rice, and the Milky Way galaxy, the entire Milky Way galaxy. So over here, I want you to tell me like what unit you would measure it with. Like what would you measure an electron with? Would you measure it with a millimeter, a centimeter, an atomic mass unit, a kilometer? And then after you have gone ahead and written all of the units, wow, it's been a long time since I've made one of these, then go ahead and order them. Smallest would be number 1, second smallest 2, third smallest 3, all the way to the largest, okay? All right, so let's go over some background. Distance in space are so large that it does not make sense to use a typical unit such as a kilometer or a mile. Instead, astronomers use what is called a light year. A light year is a measurement of distance. That is so important for you to know because whenever people hear light year, guess what they think? That it's a unit of time because it has the word year in it. But a light year is actually the measure of distance between stars and galaxies. Pretty much anything that is outside of our solar system, we're going to use a light year for. Anything inside our solar system, we would use what is called as an astronomical unit. So the distance from Earth to Proxima Centauri, which is our nearest star, is around 40 trillion kilometers, which is about 4.24 light years. Now, if you were a scientist, would you rather deal with this number or 4.24? Pretty sure we know. So moving about 300,000 kilometers in 1 second is how fast the speed of light is. Now, notice we're talking about the speed of light because the definition of a light year is how far light travels in 1 year. So we have to talk about how fast light is. Well, light travels 300,000 kilometers in a second, which means in 1 second, the light can travel around the Earth 3 times. So it obviously covers a very enormous distance in 1 year. This is important to remember that a light year, again, is a measurement of distance, not time. So here's the entire Milky Way galaxy, okay? Our sun is right here on what is known as the Orion Arm, okay? Many people actually think that our sun is in the very middle of the spiral galaxy, which it's not, thank goodness, because there is a very enormous black hole in the middle. And if you were to measure from our sun to the center of the Milky Way galaxy, that is 28,000 light years, meaning that it takes light, the fastest thing in the universe, 28,000 years to travel that distance. The entire Milky Way galaxy from edge to edge is around 100,000 light years. So we're starting to realize just how big space really is. All right, so let's talk about some other units. You know, if we're going to talk about space, there's a light nanosecond, a light microsecond, millisecond, second, minute, hour, year. Okay, so a light hour is obviously the distance it takes light to travel in 1 hour. So let's kind of give you some reference to how far that is. And I only really care about these, and truly I only care about a light year. But a light minute is in standard units about 11 million miles, meaning in 1 minute, light travels 11 million miles, which happens to be 18 million kilometers. Now, a light year in standard units is about 6 trillion miles or 10 trillion kilometers. So we can see exactly how far a light year is. Okay, so here are where we're going to go to some YouTube videos. So this very first video you're going to watch, and it's going to answer numbers 1 through 7. Once you're finished with that, you'll click on this link, which will go through 8 through 11, and the very last one will answer number 12. Okay, so if you missed anything from mine, you can go ahead and rewind it and play it again. If not, directly under this flip video will be some web links, and I'm just going to say first video, second video, third video, and so you'll know that this is the order that you'll need to go in. When you're finished, have Miss Moore initial your notes. I'll see you soon.